Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a tool that is fundamentally changing how we process dense information. Seriously, if you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by a giant mountain of reading material, you are in the exact right place. We're exploring Google's AI-first notebook, Notebooklm. You can basically think of this as your ultimate AI research partner. It's a tool designed from the ground up to transform how you interact with complex documents, summarize heavy papers, and honestly, just learn things a whole lot faster. But first, let me ask you a question that I know has frustrated pretty much all of us at some point. Are you just totally tired of AI making things up when you're trying to do some serious research? You know the feeling. You feed a standard chatbot a prompt, you're looking for some solid, factual analysis, and suddenly, it's giving you very confident but entirely fabricated information, right? It's that classic mix of information overload combined with the absolute dread of AI hallucinations. It completely breaks your focus, and worse, it ruins your trust in the tool. Well, that specific pain point is exactly what we are solving in today's explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. First up, we'll meet your AI partner. Second, we're going to explore what it means to be grounded in your sources. Third, we'll cover key features and tools. Fourth, we'll uncover the AI podcast magic. And finally, we'll wrap up with best practices for success. Section 1, Meet Your AI Partner. Let's look at why this is a completely different kind of AI. So Notebooklm is fundamentally different from what you might be used to. Instead of pulling from the vast, totally chaotic internet to answer your questions, it actually positions itself right alongside you and your specific uploaded documents. It essentially trains a specialized AI to become a personalized expert on your exact content. It reads with you, it summarizes those dense papers, highlights the key ideas, and connects related documents in a way that just feels incredibly intuitive. Section 2. Grounded in your sources. This is all about relying on curated truth. So the crucial point here is this concept of being source grounded. This is a real game changer. Unlike other tools out there that might kind of drift away from your source material and pull in outside and often incorrect information, Notebooklm stays fiercely anchored to the files you actually give it. If a fact isn't in your uploaded PDFs, Google Docs, or text files, the AI simply isn't going to invent it. And that is exactly how the platform neutralizes that annoying hallucination problem we just talked about. It relies entirely on your curated truth. And the best part? Getting started is wonderfully seamless. We're talking 4 really quick steps. First, you just sign in with your existing Google account. Second, head right over to notebooklm.google.com. Third, upload your sources, and oh man, we'll talk about the massive capacity for sources in just a second. And fourth, use the notebook guide to start exploring. It is a totally frictionless onboarding process designed to get you straight into your actual research. Now, speaking of uploading sources, you really have to hear these capacity limits. You can upload up to 50 different sources per notebook. And get this, each of those sources can be up to a massive 500,000 words. That is absolutely huge. To put that in perspective, that's enough to hold several entire books per source. You can feed it PDFs, text files, Markdown, Google Docs, Google Slides, and even website URLs. It can handle massive, massive amounts of data to build out your personalized AI expert. Section 3, Key Features and Tools. Let's get into the practical mechanics of how you actually use this thing. The most fundamental tool here is the ability to just ask questions. You can query your documents in plain, natural language. Click the suggested questions, type down in the bottom bar, or just open up the chat page. But here is the real magic. Notebooklm responds with cited answers. You will actually get numbered references that you can click on, and it will jump to and highlight the exact passage in your uploaded document where it found that specific information. We're talking complete transparency here. But hey, it's not just a search engine, right? It's a creative partner. You can use it to generate ideas. Ask it to brainstorm solutions based on a really specific problem outlined in your text. You can ask for structured outputs, or if you want to have a little bit of fun with a totally dry, highly technical research paper, you can literally ask it to write a haiku summarizing the core thesis. The creative flexibility goes way, way beyond just spitting out simple summaries. Now, as you're chatting and brainstorming, you'll be spending a lot of time on the notes page. This is the default screen. Think of it as your central, organized hub for all your insights. But listen up, because here is a critical operational detail you absolutely must remember. The chat feature is ephemeral. That means your conversations will disappear if you refresh the page or leave the notebook. So, if the AI gives you a genuinely brilliant insight, you have to click Save to Note to keep it. always save what matters. Over in that notes page, you've got two distinct types of notes. First, your written notes. You create these yourself, you can edit them freely, and they're marked with a nice little green tag. Clearly separated from those are your AI-generated notes, and those have a blue tag. Now, to preserve the AI's source-grounded accuracy, you actually cannot edit the content of these blue notes, though you can edit their titles to keep things organized. It's a really smart way to beautifully separate your personal thoughts from the AI's responses. Oh, and if you need structure instantly, Notebooklm offers 5 preset buttons right inside the notebook guide. Literally with one single click, the AI will scan all your uploaded documents and automatically generate an FAQ, a study guide, a table of contents, a timeline, or a briefing doc. Boom! Just like that. It is a phenomenal way to rapid-fire structure incredibly complex information before you even begin reading it yourself. Section 4, the AI podcast magic. Let's talk about these audio conversations. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer power of modern AI. Notebooklm can literally transform your dense documents, your huge PDFs, your complicated research into a curated, highly produced audio show. And I do not mean a robotic, monotone text-to-speech voice just reading a page. No way. It generates a totally natural-sounding audio conversation between two AI hosts. They playfully discuss the key points, they banter a bit, and they really break down your source material in an incredibly engaging way. These auto-generated audio shows typically run anywhere from 6 to 15 minutes in length, and they are completely multitask-friendly. You can download the audio file, export it, and just listen to a fascinating breakdown of your 50-page research document while you're working out, commuting, or doing chores around the house. It's literally learning by listening, but synthesized entirely from your own personal files. Section 5, Best Practices for Success. Let's master your workflow. Now, to truly master your AI workflow, you need to approach Notebooklm not just as some magic wand, but as an advanced instrument that actually requires a bit of operator skill. You know, the quality of what you get out is directly proportional to how well you manage what you put in, and of course, how you ask for it. So here are your core best practices. First, choose relevant sources. The quality of the insights depends entirely on the quality of the documents, so be really focused and reliable with what you choose to upload. Second, ask clear, specific questions. Prompt engineering absolutely still matters here. Targeted questions are going to yield targeted, focused answers. Third, experiment with your prompts. Try asking it to compare two totally different documents, or maybe create a pro and con list. And finally, and honestly most importantly, review and verify. Yes, it's source-grounded, but AI-generated content isn't always 100% perfect. You absolutely must still apply your own human judgment to ensure total accuracy. So, as we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with this provocative question. What will you build with your new AI research partner? Whether you're mapping out a complex novel, analyzing market research, or just cramming for a final exam, these tools are sitting right there waiting for you to use them. Head over to notebooklm.google.com and start exploring immediately. Thank you so much for joining me today. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next explainer.